welcome to the Heel Project.
Yeah, what he said. So, hi guys, welcome back to the Heel Project. We are doing our predictions for Elimination Chamber, and basically, we've actually got a punishment back this month. I was thinking, lads, shall we make this the coffee one?
We could do this the coffee one.
Want to save the coffee one? Coffee's a bit worse.
I think we do the coffee one on the morning of night 2 of Mania because it'll help us stay awake.
Oh, you're an evil man. Okay, you're an evil man. Okay.
Cool.
What do you want to do tonight then? Not tonight. In the week at some point. We can say raw ginger. Ginger? Let's do some raw ginger. So we'll either...
I really don't want to do it at all, but ginger.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's raw ginger on its own. Boom. Get it down, yeah.
Can it be a ginger bit?
No. You can eat it, then you can chase it out with a ginger beer if you really want to. It would be vile though. Right, let's go on with the predictions.
That's our next punishment.
What? Ginger beer?
Ginger beer chase.
It's a difficult one. Shall we start off with the SmackDown Chamber then, lads? The one for the shot at the Universal. We're doing it, Link. So get your predictions ready. So in that match, we've obviously got Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, King Corbin, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, and Daniel Bryan. This is for a shot at the Universal title later in the night.
Yep.
Go on.
I thought Roman's going to have to pretty much go through the whole roster, I reckon, for this storyline. He's going to demolish everyone. There's someone getting a bit of a push at them. No one's going to be beating them for a while, but someone's getting a bit of a push last couple of weeks. Great matches, and I'm going to go for Cesaro.
Oh, that was so good.
I hate you. I absolutely hate you. Because we said before we started this, there's no way that we're having the same prediction. Guess what I've got written down? I have Cesaro. So I've got Cesaro too.
I really want it to be Cesaro. I want him to win the belt. I want him to just go on and be the monster that he should be. I think Corey Graves did an interview recently where he said that Cesaro should be Bruno Sammartino, the nice immigrant guy who came over and just wrestled out of everyone and absolutely battered them all. I'd love for that to happen. He's so good. He's so deserving. But it's not.
I don't think he's going to win.
No,
I think he'll win the Chamber and put a great match on.
I think this is where it's actually a good point to say that he wins the Chamber, but he's put so much in the Chamber that it's a good excuse that he can still lose to Roman.
Yeah.
It's either so for me. It's between three. It was between three people, which would have been KO and DB as well. But I think it's going to go Cesaro.
Yep.
I think, just based on the fact that it's 2 matches in one night, I don't see Kevin Owens going again yet.
We say this, but we don't actually know how long the match would be later in the night. It could be.
We know the match earlier in the night is going to be so.
This is what I'm saying.
Assuming they're the first in, it could be the last person in and get really lucky, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It's going to be a face. So I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan. I think that's going to be my pick for this match.
Nice.
Because he's a guy that can wrestle for hours. So
yeah,
the fans will still love it.
I think that's pretty fair. Right. So the way we'll do this one, this is obviously we'll go on and we'll do the Roman Reigns versus the Elimination Chamber winner. Are we doing it based on our individual picks, or are we? First of all, are we all going Roman? Because I am.
Yeah, I'm going Roman. This will be. I said I think he's going to go through basically the whole roster at the minute. It's going to be a long storyline. This Cesaro is going to be the first one.
I can't see him.
There's only one way it wouldn't be Roman, and that's if somebody else interferes, costs Roman the title to set up their Mania match.
Come on, then. So right, okay. So you can either say it can just be the SmackDown Elimination Chamber winner, or you can go out there and go bold. Should we say bold, and you can double up? You get double points if you predict the winner from the Chamber and win against Roman.
It's going to be Roman.
So you're going to be Roman anyway. So all that, pointless. Ideas coming out at the wazoo. And I'm like, yeah, no. We've all gone Roman anyway. Sweet.
Yeah, it's good. Sorry.
So this one, I've actually caught up on wrestling this week, but I've missed. This is the one thing I think I've missed is that you said that Keith Lee's got an injury.
May have had an injury.
So
it's being reported by people in the news at the moment, or the wrestling news at the moment. You know, the same wrestling news that told us that Keith Lee wasn't getting any sort of push and wouldn't be on TV, and then, hey presto, he's there in the title picture straight away. It's like, you're not right all the time.
No, well, yeah, we know that.
You got Jeff Hardy back, by the way.
Oh, I've noticed this. You just sort of bring a assortment of weapons to everything.
Weapons everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hardy.
It's like go into Link's house and it's like the what is it? The Ambrose Asylum. So, for me, before knowing this, I was going to go Keith Lee because I think Keith was going to win this at the Rumble. But obviously contracted COVID and couldn't appear.
Potentially contracted COVID.
Well, yeah, sorry, his missus did, so he had to isolate whatever. So, it is what it is. But they've put him straight into the title picture, and it was supposed to be Bobby Lashley and Riddle, because we even said that maybe they'll pigeonhole that match in at Rumble. So for me to think, if Keith Lee's got an injury, I think that's the only thing that is going to stop him. So for me, I'm going to go Keith Lee. Because I think he was supposed to have it a few weeks ago at the Rumble. Is my opinion.
No matter what happens, go on.
Sorry.
Go on. No matter what happens, I think I'm gonna go Lashley, and I think I think Riddle will take the pin, and that will still leave Keith Lee to win it at Mania.
Yeah, okay. I mean Mania's not that far away.
So
makes sense.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this match happens in 2-3 weeks' time on Raw, and not tomorrow night or tonight, depending when you guys are watching this. 2 weeks ago, 6 months ago, if you're really unlucky, and this has come up in your suggested in June. Sorry, the baby already happened. You know what happened. We don't.
The thing is, if this happens, you have to pick it. It has to be picked, obviously, on Sunday night.
Yeah, exactly. So I actually think it's going to happen in a couple of weeks' time and not tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, obviously, I'm going to go for a no contest because it's not going to happen, and get an extra point when you guys can't score.
Well, no, because we've already done the punishment by then.
No.
Are you? Are you perfection?
I'm recording.
He's going to go for no contest, and we'll. If that happens, he'll get a point anyway.
So you're going for the you're going for the no contest.
I'm going for the no contest on the pay-per-view. Yes.
Right. Okay.
It won't happen on the pay-per-view.
Right. Okay.
No
I suppose that's fair enough. If it gets withdrawn, then okay. Well, we can allow that as a point. Fine.
Do you like Gingerling?
Huh?
Do you like ginger?
No, not really.
Cool.
Might chase him with a ginger nut.
So I'm going with a no contest with the idea that it's going to happen in a couple of weeks' time, and when it does happen, it's going to be Keith Lee that wins with the pin over Riddle rather than over Lashley, to keep Lashley looking as strong as he is.
And that's what's gonna cost me eating ginger, and I'm gonna eat ginger, and then a few nights later I'm gonna be there going, Keith Lee still won! Keith Lee still won! Right, women's. Weird that we not got a women's chamber this year.
Very weird that we don't have a women's chamber this year.
Like, they've pushed it so much, and then they've gone, no, well, that's two men's.
Well,
but we're not having a women's.
They even built up on SmackDown last night. There were 6 women all around the contention picture. And I was like, oh, are we going to get a women's chamber last minute announced? That'd be cool.
Would have been great.
No, we get a match with Reginald.
Yeah, that was weird.
What?
As much as I like that dude, weird.
It didn't make sense.
It didn't. It doesn't. I don't know why. At some point, I've missed a point as to why he starts appearing with Sasha and calling her the best champion ever. And
no,
it makes sense. No, not at all.
Understand each other.
And then he also still appeared with Carmella afterwards and was bringing her crappy wine. It was like,
yeah.
What? So sort of speaking about that sort of match, Nia Jax, we got the women's tags. So Jax and Baszler against Banks and Belair. for the women's tags. Which way are we going with this? Because obviously they already turned up to NXT. Jackson Bates.
What?
It's Nia Jackson, Shayna Jax, my hole, and Shayna Baszler against Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. They've actually made it a match.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, considering the fact they're going to NXT in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
to fight the Dusty Rhodes Classic winners.
It's a pointless match.
Yeah. That's just stupid. However, the number one contenders are technically heels right now, although they have already been over there to build it. Oh, that's a bit of a crapshoot right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
But it involves Sasha Banks and Nia Jax, so what else do we expect?
The only way of doing your prediction is: do you want to see Sasha Banks with 2 belts?
No.
That's there we go.
So, but
that's do I want to? Do I want to see it with 1 belt? No.
I'm still going Jackson Shayna. The only thing I think would maybe throw in a curveball for me is that the champions still go back to NXT, and we see Bianca going back to NXT for that one match because obviously she's the most recent out of the lot.
She'd be face as well, and it's face and like the heel. It was a heel team that won the Dusty Classic,
so it would sort of make sense. But Sasha's face, but she's not because she's awful.
I'm going to throw my little thing in, and I'm going to go with, and it leads up to another thing as well, to be honest. I'm going to go with, I've just thought of it, retain. They're going to retain. Banks, Baszler's going to retain. Yeah, and this is going to set up, something's going to happen, and this will set up the build-up for Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks, Mania.
I love that your prediction is something's going to happen.
No, there's going to be.
Yeah,
and it's going to set up their Mania match.
I mean, that makes sense. I've already forgot that Bianca had won the Rumble. I'm not going to lie. And,
she's going to be going against Sasha Banks in a few weeks or a couple of months at Rumble anyway. So
this is true. But we've already got Charlotte and Asuka circling around each other.
But I mean, Bianca's going to have her title shot at Mania anyway, isn't she? So it makes sense to be against Banks, and I mean, it's a good start. It's a month and a half out.
Over Mania. A month out, yeah. It's
Mo.
I don't care. No, I do care actually because they built. They've built both matches. Both matches already have a build for the NXT match anyway. Because obviously Dakota Kai had the whole rivalry with Shayna before Shayna came up. Mm-hmm. She broke her arm, etc., and they referenced that the other day as well. So this would be like her finally getting her comeuppance and getting her own back on Shayna if she won the belt. Mm-hmm. Like there's a really good story built there, and if they just pigeonhole all that because they want to do tag team champions that hate each other again.
Although Pete's route wouldn't be. It would be it'd be the losers would hate each other. So
yeah.
I just don't want to see more wacky tag teams. No way.
You got to because we had Natalia and Tamina together this week. So
I know. Yes.
So
another stupid thrown together tag team.
Who picked up a win?
Right. So are you going Jackson Shayna?
I'm not going any of them. I don't know.
Just pick one. You can't no contest this one. You've already no contested one of them.
No. He can no contest this because he'll lose a point because there is going to be a match.
I'm going to go Jackson Shayna.
Okay, Nia and Shayna. Nice.
Yeah.
Jackson.
Go different.
It means my hole.
Go on, Dan. Go different.
I've already said Nia. I said Nia and Shayna first before you, mate. Right, so this is the other women's one. A bit weird that we've got Asuka versus Lacey Evans, despite Lacey Evans saying that she's pregnant and it's still on the card.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
But the question is, are we having a replacement?
Possibly, but we can't predict for a replacement because we've no idea who it'll be.
I think it's still on the card officially, so we have to predict it.
No contest.
I'm going to pick a replacement. There's a choice of 2. And I'm going to go out there and set up a Mania match. Because it's going to be Charlotte Asuka at Mania, and I'm going to say maybe someone comes in tonight and puts herself in there. Rhea steps up and loses tonight.
So you still go Asuka.
And that will set up then a triple threat of Mania. Rhea, Charlotte, and Asuka.
Or somebody's got out because of pregnancy.
As far as we're aware.
Came back after her pregnancy for tonight. Or for tomorrow night.
It's a shout.
Yeah.
You know, Asuka got the belt because of the
It's like the whole pregnancy circle.
Yeah. Perfect timing. No, I want to see Rhea step up finally.
I mean, regardless, it's going to be a no contest because the match between Asuka and Lacey Evans isn't going to happen. So the result is no contest. Done. So there's no.
No, that's true actually. So we can't. Me and Pete can't really even call it as Asuka on that one because it wouldn't be against Lacey then.
Correct.
Just trying to think about how to call that one because otherwise we're getting.
No contest. There is no other way to call it, mate.
No, I was just wondering about it because I think we're going to see the Raw Women's Championship defended.
Well, we can do a prediction of who's going to be the challenger, and if there's no challenge, no one loses.
Right, let's make that. Okay, let's make that our potential tiebreaker then. Instead, we'll cancel out the predictions and we'll make that our potential tiebreaker prediction for who is going to be the challenger. Should there be one?
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So you've gone Rhea, Pete.
Yep, Rhea Ripley.
You're going to go Becky.
I am. I mean, why not? It's going to be Becky eventually, isn't it? So.
Yeah. I mean, would WWE be just as cowardly and stupid to just go down the fake pregnancy line? Yes, they would.
No.
Yes,
I
they
thought
would.
you were going to say someone else then.
They would, but from everything I've read so far, they haven't.
I'm going to go Bliss.
I'm really surprised you didn't say Charlotte.
I don't think it's going to be Charlotte. Because I think they're going to say... Because I still think Asuka's going to win on tomorrow night.
Against Bliss, though?
What? I think she'll still beat Bliss.
You think Bliss will take a loss? Or do you think it'll end in shenanigans?
Well, it could end in shenanigans, but I don't know why I did that. But I'm gonna go Bliss as my tiebreaker.
My shot.
And then we will finish with the men's WWE Championship Chamber. Obviously for Drew's title, champions in the Chamber. So Drew, Styles, Jeff Hardy, Orton, Sheamus, Kofi. When did Kofi get added? Was he been in there the entire time? No, it was the Miz. What happened there?
The Miz took himself out of the match and said that he was putting John Morrison in the match.
Which made complete sense because Morrison was a former world champion when he was the ECW champion.
But now no.
Yeah, basically, which makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. Like, it just... Yeah. The fact that they tried to say that the ECW title wasn't a world title was ridiculous. Like, it's just like, wow, you literally just depreciated your own product. Well done, you idiots.
Mm-hmm.
But they also done it with Strowman, didn't they? When Strowman said he's won the Universal, and they said, well, it's not actually WWE champion, that's the Universal champion.
I mean, that's technically true. That's not I don't think that's devaluing because it's when it's already got an equivalent on the same company. I mean, I can see the point of view from that, but the ECW one's stupid. For me, on this one, I was saying a Pete before we started recording. I can see three people in contention for this one. Really, I think Sheamus is in there as the curveball, being the last one, being the last man in. I think he's the curveball. I think people will go, "Oh, Sheamus has got a chance." I don't think he has. So for me, it's Drew, Styles, Orton, and Styles is only there because of Omos as the curveball. Because you never know. You never know what they're going to do with him. They never know how they're going to include that with the Chamber.
I'm ready to put you ready.
Hey?
I'm ready to pick. I know who I'm going for a change.
Do it. You go first this time, then.
I am going for Randy Orton.
Ah. Okay. So
Absolutely going for Randy Orton.
We might as well double up, and I'm going Randy Orton as well. I can't see past him.
I think he's going to. Bliss is going to cost him, or the Fiend's going to cost him, and I'm going to go for Drew again.
Okay.
I'm going to go for Drew again.
Drew to retain. Isn't it funny how it's changed? Pete was the originator of it going, Drew's going to lose it this time. Drew's going to lose it this time. And now it's gone to, Drew's going to win it. Drew's going to win it.
I can't see him losing it.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'll explain why I'm going for Orton.
Do it.
I still want that 16-time versus 16-time championship match. I still want it. Whether it happens or not is a different story.
The thing is, if he won it, then it's gonna be Edge and Orton, so it won't happen anyway at Mania.
Yes, more than likely. Well, no, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Well,
because the Fiend could come back and end up facing him at Mania. However, there's another match that's going to happen out of that match, which will be Drew versus Sheamus at Mania as a one-on-one, but not for the title.
Yeah, I think that's pretty likely, pretty fair. Obviously, the winner after I think the final bit of the show where we're going to see Edge deciding who he's going against, aren't we? Because I think he announce this week actually that he said that's where he'll be doing it, and he'll be doing it at Chamber. So presumably it's after obviously he's seen who both the champions are.
Yeah, I'd assume so. I mean, obviously it's all 3 champions. Let's not forget NXT.
Well, they did make that one clear that there is a possibility he could pick that one. I don't think he's gonna, but I'm glad that they've sort of slowly started getting the cog back to like when we get some normality that they'll try and put NXT back to the 3rd brand again, which I think is what will happen.
NXT for an appearance as well, and had the showdown to face up and down with Finn and Karrion Kross and Pete Dunne.
Yeah, saying that. This week on SmackDown, Edge come out and the first thing he said was, "This Sunday I'm going to decide I've got 2 titles to choose from. Which one do I go for?" Which really bugged me because the week before he's like, "I could take this one," and now he's like, "I've got 2 to choose from." So that kind of cancelled out NXT for me.
Yeah, it was maybe potentially more of a bit of a throwaway, you know.
Yeah, I know which one I'm going to go for. It's going to be the setup for Spear versus Spear. I don't want to see it, but I think it's going to happen. It's the one I really don't want to see, but it's going to happen for me.
So you're going Universal.
That Roman takes out.
So guessing by our predictions, me and Link would both predict that he's going to go for the WWE Championship, I guess. Orton versus Edge. No.
They've definitely settled for him to face Roman now.
Right.
Definitely.
Okay. If we say that the women's doesn't take place, we'll make this one our second backup tiebreaker then.
That's not even guaranteed they'll announce it on the night.
Well, again, it's not guaranteed that the Raw Women's one's going to even happen. So let's have a couple of tiebreakers, so they're there. So if you 2 want to go Universal then, and I'll go WWE Championship, just to...
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go Universal. I just think...
Add some spice.
Considering that last night, there was actually some physical contact between Edge and
Roman.
Drew. It just makes sense. Not Drew. Roman.
Yeah, it does make sense. I can also see it, but I think both ways there's plenty of sense there, to be fair.
Yeah, if it stays on Drew as well, it'd be face versus face, so that'd be silly.
But yeah, obviously I've not gone Drew, so it makes sense.
No, neither
for
have I,
Orton versus Edge or Edge versus Roman. So either way I'm fine with. But yeah, so that's pretty much our predictions for this week. Make sure you come and watch us watch along live over on our Twitch at twitch.tv/The Heel Project, and we will be live during the pre-show. So
we'll also be live on our Facebook 2 hours before the pre-show.
Yeah, so make sure you come and find us in the description if you see this on Sunday. And we'll probably be talking a bit of wrestling. We'll be talking about a lot of other weird things that we talk about on our Facebook group. We go down weird routes, but it's all good fun. We've got good people in there.
If you like canoes, it's probably the best place to be.
It's the #1 canoe channel.
I've got that.
He has got a bat. He's also got an axe. If you come over to Facebook, you can see the axe. But thank you very much, guys. Please check out all of our socials. Oh, he's found the axe. Please check out all of our...
Exclusive.
What?
I thought the axe was a Facebook exclusive.
I thought so too.
Sorry.
Please check out all of our other socials. We are on everything now. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one.
You're on Instagram.
Oh, we're not on Instagram.
Go on, Dan. Do it, Dan.
I've said my goodbyes.
Peace.
See ya. That's what I was waiting for, Dan.
Have a nice day.